Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I am Aaron Loomis, and with me, as always, is Jiunn Liu. How you doing, Jiunn?
Good.
So tonight we are talking about the Warped Villa Sombra Mojitos, which is a Corona, 5.5 inches by 44 ring gauge. Comes out of the Tabsa factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Connecticut Shade. Binder is Nicaraguan Corojo 99. And the filler is Nicaraguan Jalapa Corojo 99 and Criollo 98. Blended by Kyle Gellis. Price point is $8.80. Cigar was released in July of 2016. With all the cigar details out of the way, Jiunn, what was your pre-light experience like?
I thought that cigar look was a bit of a ugly duckling. It was a veiny Claro shade wrapper. There was one major vein that protruded from the wrapper. Seems appear overall smooth and tight. Bunch of roll feels well done. Uniform give throughout the whole cigar. Hit finish off the low here, triple cap. Going on to the nosy experience. Wrapper, I got some fresh pungent barnyard, cedar, a little bit of white pepper. Smelling the foot, I got white pepper and dry nuts, cold draw, dry cardboard, hay, dry wood, salt, and a little bit of white pepper going on.
Yeah, very light brown wrapper, visible veins that carry a slightly darker color to them. The seams were very well blended and three caps were nicely applied. There's like a simple pastel green band with thin white lettering and artwork. Aroma from the wrapper was like a light hay with the foot aroma as a little bit of a fuller hay and a slight sweetness to it. Pre-light draw brings kind of that same slightly sweet hay that I was getting from the foot aroma. And there was also a little bit of a spicy tingle that I was getting on my lips. So flavor-wise, what was your experience like?
So just to preface before I talk about the flavors, uh, this is one of those cigars that started out really good. It got less good and it went average. So,
Hmm.
with that said, first served was the star of the show for me. It had a really nice bouquet of toasted wood, dry nuts, bread, and a balanced, full mouthfeel of black pepper. Quarter inch in, I got a really tasty, slightly buttery aspect of it. And that's just, if you give me a buttery cigar, I dig that. I will bar none love that note, regardless of whatever I smoke. Through the nose, elevated levels of black pepper, cedar, dried nuttiness. Finish was really soft and light. Gave me some bread, cream, dried nuts, and a generic dry wood. Body and strength, medium throughout the whole cigar. Moving on to the second third. It had a similar profile, but I kind of felt like the individual notes tasted less full and distinct. Um, on the contrary, I kind of felt like, instead it tasted more a bit muddled, right? It kind of congealed all together in a way. Profile still dominant with full mouthfeel of black pepper, toasted wood, dry nuts, and bread. That buttery aspect was gone, and it was replaced by hay. No, still increased black pepper, cedar, dried nuts, finish soft and light with lightly charred oak. Wood, black pepper, and bread. Moving on to the last third. The last third is, mainly cream and black pepper oriented. I started getting a harsh bitterness, and that harsh bitterness really started amping up in intensity, especially towards the middle of the last third, and that really killed the cigar for me. Retrohale the same, increased black pepper, cedar, dried nuts, finish. I felt like it was no longer soft and light, but it was mainly producing a lot of lightly charred oak, cream, and black pepper spice. So, all in all, a some classic, Connecticut shade flavors, but not so classic of that, especially that black pepper that form.
Hmm. Yeah, for me, initial draws brought a creamy nutmeg, and then after a few draws, a wood note showing that creamy nutmeg flavor. Retrohale consisted of the nutmeg with a nice little zing to it. And then at half an inch in, the cream, the nutmeg, and the wood were really nicely balanced together. At an inch in, nutmeg mellows quite a bit, kind of leaving that creamy wood as a primary note. And the retrohale was primarily wood with a slight bit of the nutmeg remaining. And as the third was coming to a close, the wood gained a bit of toastiness, which mixed well with the cream, and there was still a slight hit of the nutmeg in the background. And the strength in the first third was just slightly below medium. Second third, creamy and toasty wood are the lone notes, as the nutmeg has completely gone away from the profile. And then half an inch in, then nutmeg came back to the background very faintly. Inch in, a slight bitterness joined the profile and pushed that nutmeg out. And then as the third was coming to a close, that the profile was just that creamy and toasty oak, along with a slight bitterness. And the strength had moved up to just be right at medium. And then getting to the final third, cream has moved to the background. Toasty wood is up front. Bitterness is just minor and really only on the finish. And then half an inch in, the bitterness increased a little bit. And then an inch in, the cream ramps back up and became even with that toasty wood note. And that's how the cigar finished out for me. And strength had bumped up once again to just be slightly above medium. So performance-wise for burn and draw, what was your experience like?
Good overall burn and performance. Total smoking time came in at 2 hours and 2.5 hours. Burn line was wavy at all times, and I had a one minor touch up that I had to do within the last third. Ash was slightly flatter throughout the whole time, averaging 1 inch marks. The draw was good. It was noticeably on the tighter end of the spectrum. And even when I cut it to that very last, part of the cap, it didn't, help at all. But it was still good. So no real complaints.
Yeah, I really fought the burn on this cigar. Early on, it seemed like the wrapper just wasn't burning at all. And then later on, there were just sections of the filter and the wrapper that wouldn't burn and required some touch-ups. I also had to deal with two relights on the cigar. So I was really babysitting this cigar in a burn-wise. Draw was just a little slightly tighter than I prefer. Not really that big of a deal. So, still able to make full draws. So nothing really to complain about there. What were your overall thoughts on the cigar?
I thought that the first stir showed tremendous balance of really distinct, well-melded flavors. But unfortunately, as the cigar kind of went through, the profile became muddled. And when that harsh bitterness started to form in that last third, it was a letdown. So, with all that said, I this is one of those cigars I want to revisit in half a year to a year or so, in the hopes of that performance being more like the first third.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, just smoking a great third isn't good enough. It's not worth my time.
Yeah. I think this is another nice new Connecticut that came out this year. Really nice flavors, the nutmeg, the wood, and the cream, and then kind of that toasty note that came along later. My biggest issue was just having to babysit the burn on this. Like you just said, I definitely want to revisit this, kind of hoping for a little bit of better burn performance. And I think if that improves, the score is just going to increase. And I don't know if that burn had any effect on some of the flavors to see if that would even kind of keep up how the first third was performing. I think the strength level is definitely a good fit for this cigar. Some people may find it like a really good daily smoke if it kind of fits their profile. And I think this would be probably a great pairing with coffee in the morning. So I think it fits a nice niche that people want to have, like kind of that morning Connecticut. So I think that this could really fit in that wheelhouse for some people. So getting the scores, we scored this really close. I gave it a 6.60. You gave it a 6.67. How do you think that matches up with how you experienced it?
Match as well. I mean, started very good, no average. Just overall good construction, and overall it was good. So, yeah, I stand by it. Stand by it.
Yeah, just like you said, biggest hit for me was the burn. And you can see in the pictures, there's a picture of how the burn looks through my progression through the cigar, so you could see that. But I think it's a good Connecticut. And like I said, I think some people may really dig it, and it might be something that they're buying in bulk. So definitely something to check out. And like you said, I think we're both interested in revisiting this just to kind of see how this does with a little bit more time on it. So, any other final thoughts from you?
I'm really digging all the Connecticut shades overall that's coming out this year.
Yep.
I was really hoping that I had high hopes for this, honestly.
Right.
And at this stage, I was let down. Kyle, you let me down.
With so many good ones, the bar's kind of set high for the Connecticut shades.
It is. It for sure is. But yeah, I'll revisit this one for sure. This is definitely a mark on revisiting down the road.
Yep. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us, but also check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. And be sure to follow us on the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google+. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next video.